Hey y'all, and welcome back to another video. So let's go ahead and jump straight into today's video. So I posted an Instagram reel, TikTok, and shorts to YouTube. I'll go ahead and insert the video for you guys over here so you can see it for those of you who haven't already.
It makes no sense. It's getting on my nerves. Every single week you wonder why your ass don't dance. You wonder why.
So I want to say a majority of the people who saw that video understood it, like they got the joke and they understood basically everything I was calling them out on. But I'm not gonna lie, across all platforms, I want to say there were quite a few people, like maybe a handful of people that didn't understand everything that I was calling out. Like they didn't see anything wrong with certain things, etc, etc. So today I've partnered with Curlsmith to go ahead and just elaborate on that video. And basically drag myself, because 9 times out of 10, if I'm dragging you guys or calling you guys out on something, 9 times out of 10, it's something that I've already been through, been there, done that, learned from it, grown from it. So I'm gonna be explaining that video a little more in detail, and then I'm also gonna be showing you guys how I use their strength line to achieve this wash and go, well, for my whole wash day, really and truly. So yeah, if you guys are interested in that, then definitely keep watching and let's get into it. Okay, so confession number 1. I want to say most of these confessions, if you guys have been subscribed to my channel for like the last 2 years, I would say, and you've seen my natural hair journey video, a lot of you guys already know some of this stuff, but there's no harm in refreshing your memory. So the first thing, slicking your hair into a bun every single day or every wash day or whatever the case may be, y'all, that was literally me my freshman year of college. My hair stayed in a bun because I wasn't satisfied with how it looked out. So the bun was like the next best thing, the most presentable thing. I'll go ahead and insert some pictures for you guys, but I want you to know that moderation is key. So I'm not saying you can't slick your hair into a bun, because to this day I love me a slick bun. But so if you're constantly slicking your hair into a high pony, high bun, low bun, not only does that affect your edges, but constantly manipulating your hair to be slicked into a bun, in the long run, is basically just gonna train your hair to be in a bun. So by that I mean you're gonna stretch out your curl pattern, and not in a good way. So not in the sense of like, oh, you know, for example, this wash and go is stretched. Like your hair is not gonna, it's not gonna be in a good way. Stretched, very much like frizzy, very much no elasticity, very much just almost look damaged. But at the end of the day, like I said, moderation is key, because I love me a slick bun. I love me a slick hairstyle, period. But because my hair 90% of the time is out in the wash and go, if it's not out in the wash and go, maybe it's in a high puff, and I don't always slick my high puffs. Next thing I'm gonna get into is deep conditioning and just treatments in general. So as much as I preach about deep conditioning your hair every week, that wasn't always the case, okay? So back when I didn't really know what I was doing, when I was still very new to the natural hair community, I was probably deep conditioning maybe like once a month, or just really and truly whenever I felt like it, and I didn't feel like doing it often. And don't even talk about protein treatments. I didn't even know what that was, or I did, but I mean, I wasn't really familiar with it. I didn't think it was necessary. I think I used the protein treatment like once, but it was a really strong one, and it kind of just traumatized me, and I was just like, you know what, yeah, not doing that again. But yeah, so I wasn't using protein treatments, I wasn't deep conditioning weekly, and it showed. I feel like my hair has transformed so much since I started implementing weekly deep conditioning routines. Now I will say, because my hair is in such good health now, I've come a long way, y'all, such a long way. If I miss 1 week of deep conditioning, like, I honestly, it's not a big deal for me. It's really not a big deal at all. But that's because I have spent months, pretty much years, perfecting my hair care routine and implementing certain things. So, but if you're just getting started, you don't feel like your hair is in optimal health, then I would definitely recommend deep conditioning weekly, making sure to add your protein treatments whenever necessary. Now, this next thing most of you guys should already be familiar with. I talk about this like very, very often. I didn't like shampoos. I hated shampooing my hair, you guys. Like, I had a bad experience with shampoos, several different shampoos I'd used, and they just left my hair so dry, stripped, straw-like, and conditioners were just like providing all this moisture. So I was either using a co-wash or a conditioner on my wash day. Shampoos, maybe like, I can't even tell you like how often I use them, because it's not like it's something I did like every 2 weeks or every month or anything like that. I can't even tell you, honestly and truly. I don't remember how often I was shampooing my hair, but it wasn't much at all. There's one video on my channel where I used hair paint wax in my hair, and instead of, I feel like the normal thing to do would be to shampoo your hair, because you know, you have the stuff in your hair. If you want to give your scalp and your hair a nice clean, no. I went straight in with my conditioner. Well, of course I rinsed the color out of my hair, And then I jumped straight into using my conditioner because I was just that scared of shampoos. It's actually embarrassing now that I think about it, but it is what it is. Amen for growth. Really quick, y'all, because I just realized I didn't elaborate, but in my personal opinion, I found that when I'm shampooing my hair regularly, I find that my products are so much more effective. They're able to penetrate my strands and so many other things, but that's just my personal opinion. Hey, listen, if co-washing works for you, it works for you. But with trial and error, I found that shampooing is what works best for me. The key is just finding a shampoo that doesn't strip your hair. Anyways, let's get back to the video. The last thing I'm gonna get into is trimming your ends. So this is something that, if I'm being honest, I struggle with still to this day, but not intentionally. It's more so because I get my ends trimmed professionally. So it's a matter of, you know, one, finding the time in my schedule with content creation, also trying to find a time that works for my stylist, that also works with my schedule. Maybe not the last time, but it might have been the time before that. I literally waited 6 months to get my ends trimmed, and I paid for it. I had to trim so much of my hair off. So you guys probably wouldn't have noticed because it's not like she had to cut my hair. It was just like a pretty decent trim, if that makes sense. If you don't know how often to trim your ends, I would definitely recommend going every 3 months. Trying to trim every 3 months and then just adjust accordingly. So if before 3 months you realize like, damn, it's time for a trim, hey, go ahead and give yourself a trim, or go get a trim at a salon, whatever you're most comfortable with. If in 3 months you feel like your hair doesn't need a trim, then go ahead and give it another 2 weeks, give it another month. How often you trim varies from person to person, depending on your density, hair type, texture, strand size. Like, so many things play a part, genetics, so many things play a part in how often you should trim your ends. So like I said, I think 3 months is a good, you know, guideline to follow. But yeah, so that's pretty much that. Go ahead and let me know in the comments some of your guys' curl confessions. So what are some things that you used to do when you first started your natural hair journey, or before you knew what you were doing? Go ahead and let me know in the comments. I know I'm not alone. Or just let me know something you struggle with to this day. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into this wash day and how I got this wash and go. So believe it or not, we're actually looking at like day 12, day 13 hair. This is after using the shingling method. I did a lot of stretching these last 2 weeks. You guys know when I stretch my hair, I use the tension method and I use the banding method. Although I didn't stretch my hair every day, 2 weeks of, you know, going in, stretching my hair, manipulating it without adding any extra moisture or anything like that. My hair could do with a little protein. So the first product I'm going to go in with is Curlsmith's Bond Curl Salve. So consider this a protein-rich, but also still moisturizing pre-poo. That's the best way I can describe it. So as you can see, the consistency is very runny. The slip is A1. As you guys can see, I'm finger detangling, and it's just doing a really great job at getting those tangles out. And like I was telling you guys earlier, this is damn near 2-week-old hair. So you can only imagine the tangles and knots I had going on. But this treatment did what it needed to do, okay? In my opinion, I think everybody could benefit from this treatment, but specifically those of you guys who are prone to damage. So if you've been using heat a lot, if you have color treated hair, or if you've just been manipulating your hair a lot, this treatment is specifically perfect for you. So as you guys can imagine, I applied this treatment all over my head, twisted each of these sections, and left it in for about 15 minutes or so. I just recommend doing this portion of your wash day before you shower, so you can go ahead and shower while you leave the treatment in, and then rinse it out once you finish showering. Once I did that, I went ahead and followed up with their Core Strength shampoo. As you guys can see, there's like an instant lather with this shampoo. I don't have to massage it in too much before I start seeing a lather, which is great. Love that. Also, I think experimenting with products that have protein in it, like outside of actual protein treatments, so like shampoos with protein, leave-in conditioners with protein, I think it's a great way to segue into incorporating protein in your routine. This way you can kind of gauge how sensitive you are to protein. But my hair is nice and clean. It doesn't look dry. It doesn't feel dry or stripped or anything like that. My hair just looks really healthy. Now we're gonna go ahead and jump into the Curlsmith Multitasking Conditioner. If you know, you know. For those of you who don't know, it's a 3-in-1 conditioner, so it can be used as a rinse out conditioner, a deep conditioner, and a leave-in conditioner. So I primarily love to use it as a leave-in conditioner. Today, I guess you can say I'm using it as kind of, I guess, a conditioner because I'm detangling my hair, but I'm also using it as a leave-in because I'm not rinsing it out. So yeah, I'm just going in and detangling my hair. I did a really good job at detangling my finger detangling before I shampooed, but that's never enough for me. So I'm going in with my tangle teaser and just detangling each section and leaving that product in there. I've featured this conditioner on my channel so many times. I just love using it as a leave-in. It's one of my faves. My hair is nice and juicy, prepped, ready to be styled. So now I'm going in with the Shape Up Aqua Gel. And as you guys can see, this gel has a hold of 5, so you can expect some really fluffy, voluminous results. So this is my hair with just the leave-in in, and now I've applied the gel. You guys can see the difference. My hair is a lot more defined and shiny. But of course, like I said, this wash and go is definitely going to be on the fluffy side, but you know we love volume over here. So in addition to being able to get fluffy results using this gel for a wash and go, I think this gel would also be perfect for like a protective style. So if you want to put your hair in braids for, like, let's say a braid out, twist out, something like that, I think this gel would be perfect because I don't know that many stylers that have protein in it. But finally, I've finished styling my hair, so I'm going to sit into the dryer and get back to you guys with my unstretched hair. So now you're looking at day 2 hair post gym that hasn't been stretched, and this is the final look. My hair is super fluffy, voluminous, bouncy, and just full of life, y'all. My hair just feels and looks so healthy. But that concludes this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys learned something. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I'll see you guys in my next video.